Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I am here to do an Amazon favourites, and it's a bit unusual to be putting it on this channel because there's only two things that could be considered beauty. So just so you know that there's a lot of food items here, books, kitchen stuff, a hat, you know, real odds and sods. And I have got two other Amazon favourite videos that I did at the beginning of the year and I put them on my Life as a Zebra channel. The reason I'm not doing that this time is because you guys wanted to see this video. I had asked on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, and also I'm going to do my diet update video for Life as a Zebra channel, and so this, you know, I've already got a video for there, so I hope you don't mind that this being on here. I think everybody loves Amazon favourites, don't they? I love watching Amazon favourite videos. I get so many ideas from it. Where to begin? Let me begin with the beauty. Is that a beauty item? Yeah, that one is. Let me begin with the two loosely beauty related items. Well, this one isn't loosely. This is what I bought. This is the Braun Silk Appeal 7 epilator. I started using an epilator probably about 10 years ago. It's not something I've used all my life, and I was really scared the first time I got it because I just thought it would be really super painful. But it's more unpleasant than it is painful. And I mean, I struggle with that word because I think that's something that, like, sorry if this is TMI, but when I got the coil, they said to me it's going to be uncomfortable. Bloody hell, I was in so much pain. I was like, what the hell would you call painful, you know? So I hate it when people say it's unpleasant or it's uncomfortable, because I always think that's just them not giving you the reality, which is that it's bloody painful. But this I really don't find painful, on my legs anyway. I use it on my legs and I use it under my arms. It can be painful under my arms. I put baby powder on before I use this, and I don't use this in my bikini area because it is too painful for me anyway. Maybe I've got a low pain threshold, but I really like this. I think it's just so easy to use, and I don't get any kind of ingrown hairs or anything with this, and then it's done for, I don't even know how long, because it's just one of those things where I do it and I forget, and then I'm like, uh-oh, it's time to do my legs again, you know. So it's a lot of weeks this works for, and the more you use it, the more it works. So mine had actually stopped charging. That was all that had happened. It would charge and I could only use it for like literally 30 seconds and it would run out, and then I'd charge it again, but it wouldn't give it a full charge. So I just bought the exact same one again. So it's the Silk Appeal 7 and I love it. The next, like I said, sort of loosely related to beauty is this. It's the organic aloe vera gel. This is by Satin Naturel. I had an aloe vera plant. So this is just a pure aloe vera gel. So I had an aloe vera plant. I love the feeling of aloe vera. It's so sort of slippy and it's cooling. That one actually smells a bit funny, so I don't know whether that's a perfume or what, but I just kept forgetting to water my aloe vera plant, and it would go all brown on the ends, and also I would cut the leaf off, and I would cut too much off, but then I didn't use it, you know, and I just thought, you know what, it is actually better, or it is easier for me personally to just have a bottle that will have some kind of preservative in it, and then I can use this as and when I need to. I might use some of this later on. I've got a little spot right in the middle of my sort of chin dimple, and I might use some of this on that. But I also thought this would be good to make my own hand sanitizer if I needed to, because I already have alcohol. I could use a little bit of this and some hand cream, and that would make a nice hand sanitizer. Next is a handheld fan. Well, handheld, but you can also put it like so. And so the reason I bought this is because my gym, so you just switch it off, on, and this has got 3 different strengths. My gym has replaced all of the machines, and when I'm on the machine, the first thing I do is put the fan up to maximum, and the fans are not that great, but it is good to have that on you because I hate like getting hot and sweaty. That would just make me get off the machine. The last time I went in, they changed all the machines and they no longer have fans on them. So I went up to the guy and I was like, am I just missing it? There is no fan on that machine, is there? And he went, no. And he said, we can't believe how many people have complained about it, but they've already, you know, replaced all the machines now. And I said to him, that may well be a deal breaker for me. Anyway, I thought I'd have a look and see if I could find something myself. So this is a USB chargeable fan. So I'm going to see if that will sit on the machines that I use somehow. That will sit in the pocket like that. And, you know, if I can get it working that way, and that might be a way that I can go to the gym, but obviously the gym is shut now, and so I haven't been able to test it out. I bought 2 books. One of them is a Kindle book, which is the Tapping Solution, I think it's called, and it's to do with weight loss. This one is super interesting, and it's called Mind to Matter, recommended by one of you. Mind to Matter, the astonishing science of how your brain creates material reality. So you can see how much I've read. I've read that much. I'm quite a way through it, about 2/3 of the way through it, and it's so interesting. This is about, you know how I like the law of attraction, but I'm not religious, and I wouldn't even say I'm that spiritual, although I've had a lot of spiritual experiences, and I've talked about my ghost experiences over on Patreon, but I'm still a cynic. But the law of attraction, because there's some science behind it, I can understand a lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. This kind of explains the science further. I think it even mentions it on it. And I was like, wow, that's exactly what I said. It says, as the secret meets the scientist in Dawson's work, the boundaries of what you believe possible will be stretched beyond your existing picture of reality. And it just explains like electromagnetic fields and how what you think about is what your life will be. And it's so interesting. I'd highly recommend this. The only thing is, I suppose, as I'm getting towards the end, for probably from about halfway on, I'm realising that he's just advertising his eco meditation practice. And that's quite strong. It's like, it started off with some really unique examples of things, but then towards the end, it's like, okay, let me guess, they did your eco meditation and that changed their life. Which is a little bit annoying, but it's still fascinating. A couple of really random kitchen things, a whole bunch of bowls. I bought 4 of these plastic, I suppose they're kind of cereal sized bowls in different colours. And it's simply for ingredients, because I've been baking a lot more and cooking a lot more with trying to do the keto diet. And then I bought these as well. And again, these are just for, you know, if I need a little bit of sweetener or I need an egg or something, I don't need to be using big bowls. And what I found was when I was baking, I was filling up the dishwasher. These ones are dishwasher safe, so they take up a lot less room. And, you know, like I said, I'm not always using a ton of ingredients, but I'm often using a lot of ingredients, but a small amount of each. And so these were perfect. I got a headlamp. This is just a replacement headlamp. This is what I use. I use this every single day to check Watson's ears and to check between his paw pads. But I've also started using this to read at night. If I'm in bed and wanting to read, which I've been more awake lately, whereas my husband's wanting to sleep, I actually find this easier than having a bedside lamp on. I've just been sticking this on, and it's aimed exactly where you need to see it. It's not bothering Kev, you know. I thought maybe the movement with me changing pages and whatnot would bother him, but it doesn't at all. And I'm telling you, it's much better than the lamp. And I think the reason why is I was due to go to the opticians before the whole virus thing happened, and so obviously I haven't been, and my glasses are definitely needing an upgrade, and so I can't see that well in low light, and this gives me a more sort of focused light. But for Watson, it's just invaluable. He actually runs away though. When I put this on, he'll run into his crate, because we've got a kind of deal that if he goes into his crate, we don't touch him, and he's like, uh-oh, I'm off. Same if he hears the shower going. Mostly everything else is food, apart from this one item, which is a hat, and I don't want to put it on because it'll mess up my do. So I'll show you that at the end, actually. So let me talk about this food. You're going to think, my God, she's a sugar addict, and I am. But the great thing about keto is you can use certain sweeteners that don't affect your blood sugar at all, and that's been a great find for me. It's been a great discovery, whether I'm on keto or not, because I really do like sugar, and these sweeteners are not the ones that you would associate with all the health dangers, such as aspartame or aspartame. This is erythritol, and I've got one that is a stevia and erythritol mix. I don't know much about stevia, but I don't use that one very often. So what I bought was this. This is 100% natural erythritol, natural icing sugar alternative. So this is just like icing sugar. I think in America you call it confectioner's sugar. And this is great in keto sweet recipes, because if you don't want that granulated taste, because it just dissolves. But I also have this, or any of these, in my coffee as well. And like I said, it doesn't affect your blood sugar. So if you have it's nothing to do with being on keto, but if you have diabetes, or if, like me, you have polycystic ovary syndrome or hyperinsulinemia, which I also have, or any problems with blood sugar at all, this is a great alternative that doesn't affect your blood sugar. So that's the icing sugar one. Then I've got this one, which is the natural brown sugar replacement. So this is erythritol as well, but it's just like brown sugar. So probably, I don't know, roasted or something. And then this one is, it's all the same company, NKD Living, stevia and erythritol. So this is just more like a granulated sugar and a little bit sweeter, I think. They will last me a long, long time. Obviously there's no expiry date on them, and now I've got them, they will last me years, I should think. I won't use, won't use very much or go through them very quickly. I did actually have that one the first time I did keto, and then I gave it away thinking I'd never do keto again. And then I went back to it. So I'm going to make sure I keep them this time, because I've used all of these and really enjoy them. This one I use in keto fudge, peanut butter fudge, delicious. This one I use in, I can't remember what was the recipe. Was it the Snickers one? There's a keto Snickers bar you can make. So yeah, brilliant. Next are some still on the sweetness items. I got these Oh So Good chocolate. I've had these before. There's 7 daily bars, and they're probiotic is the idea. They're called Oh So Good chocolate. So that's the size of the bar. It's tiny, but I love things like this because I certainly wouldn't have one of these daily, but I could have a half of one of these. In fact, there's a half-eaten one, I'm sure, in here, because I don't eat the whole thing. It's not even half. That's how much I ate of it, like just a couple of these tiny strips. And this is really nice tasting chocolate, but it's low carb. So it's something that you can eat on keto. You could probably have a whole bar, I think. The whole bar is, 3 grams of carbs, which is just nothing. But it's lovely, and again, doesn't affect your blood sugar. So this would be great. This would actually be a really nice gift for somebody to buy. So I don't know where you would buy this in the shops. Like I said, I bought it on Amazon, but it says 70% dark. It doesn't taste like a 70%. It's not a bitter chocolate. It's really nice. It just says no added sugar. I might buy some of this for my dad, thinking about it. That's a good idea. The final sort of sweet thing are these. I've had loads of these. I've ordered these many times from Amazon, and it's the chocolate protein bites made with Belgium dark chocolate, and this is pumpkin seeds. And again, this is something that I eat whether I'm on keto or not. I think it's a great snack because, like I said, I have sugar problems, sugar balance problems, and so this, anything that is sweet but not going to affect my sugar and that's got protein in it is good for me. And this is pumpkin seeds, so really, really tasty, really lovely. And how many carbs is in this? Again, 3 per bag, and that it's a pretty substantial bag as well. It's not like you get 4 seeds in it or something. It's a good few handfuls. That's the end of the sweetness, but there's one more food item that I have just been loving, and Kev was laughing his head off when I got this. It's like you've got a bucket of peanut butter. But I use a lot of peanut butter, and if you watch Watson's videos, you'll have seen I've gone through 2 of these in the last 6 months maybe, because when I'm on keto I eat a lot of it. Now, peanut butter, some people believe you shouldn't eat peanut butter on keto. Sorry, I'm wobbling you there. But this one is a high oleic peanut butter, and Ginger's keto in the UK, if you ever watch her, she explains all about it, but this is much better for you than your usual type of peanut butter. So, and it just tastes delicious. I'll show you what it looks like. It even looks delicious to me. But you'll see that Watson gets the empty bucket when there's, just bits around the edges, and he gets his head right stuck in there, and he loves every minute of it. So love that. The final item is my hat, and I am going to mess up my do, aren't I? But I'm going to show you because I want to talk about beanies, and I don't know whether I like this one or not. I think it just makes me look a bit like I don't know what it makes me look like, but it's not what I had in mind really. See what I mean? It's a bit odd, isn't it? Tell me what you think. But I really like hats, and I've liked woolly hats for years, and my enjoyment of beanies has increased over the last few years. And it's funny, I actually like wearing a hat in the house, and again, I think it comes down to it's something that is of comfort when I've got a headache. I don't know why, but just having a tight hat on. that may have been, I dated an Algerian, and he used to get headaches at a time. I didn't have headaches at that time. And oh my goodness, if you could have seen him, he used to tie a tie around his head. He'd get one of his ties and tie it really, really tight and walk around the house like that. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? But his brother was a doctor in Algeria, and this is what his brother had told him to do. And he swore that it helped. Actually, I think his headaches were from coffee. You know, it's before he'd had his coffee in the morning. So anyway, I love beanies, and I was saying to Kev, I wonder if I could do a video with a beanie on, because I saw Jacqueline Hill doing it, and it, you know, with a woolly hat on, and I was like, it just doesn't feel right, you know. In fact, I put something on Instagram once, and you guys were like, whatever, wear a hat in the house if you like. But I've written down a few things. Let me see if I've got the note here, because somebody left me a comment saying that I need to be more mature, more elegant, more elegant, more demure, and something else. And that I needed to stop wearing hoop earrings and tone my makeup down. And I was like, because of my age, basically. And I was like, right, okay. When anybody says something like that to me, it's going to make me go the opposite way. You know, I was like, right, I need to get more hoops. But the funny thing was, I'd actually started thinking, I'm buying all these different earrings that I see and I think are lovely on other people. But they're not my cup of tea. I love hoops. I love hooped earrings. So I was like, why should I not wear hooped earrings? So I started buying more hoops, and then I got this comment about I shouldn't be wearing hoops. So I wrote down some of the things that I would love to be a more sort of edgy person, but I feel like I missed the boat. I did it a little bit when I was a teenager. I had blue hair and I shaved on the side of my head and stuff, you know. But as an adult working in an office and whatnot, it just wasn't acceptable. And I've said to you guys before that I would be tattooed. I have got a lot of tattoos, but I would be tattooed like on my neck and my arms and everything. But Kev isn't into that, so I choose not to do it because obviously I want him to find me attractive. But I thought I'm going to do a video where I've got a beanie on, coloured brows. I'd love to do like really bright purple or red or just something weird, you know, blue, coloured brows, a nose ring. I've always wanted to have a nose ring. Again, Kev doesn't like it. Tattoos, I've got a tattoo. Do you remember I wore it in a couple of videos? Like, can't even remember what the words are, but I put it kind of across my chest and hoops. And I thought, right, now somebody said that, I'm going to do a video where I've got all those things going on and see what people say to that, you know, and see what I think of it. Because I always feel like I missed out because I didn't go to university, you know, it's straight from school to working. I didn't have that experimentation phase really, because like I said, when you're working in an office, you can't really go in with tattoos and nose rings and whatnot, or certainly the way places I worked, you couldn't. Anyway, all that about beanie that I don't even like I said, I'm not sure that it's really what I thought. It looked lovely on the person. I saw it on Amazon, and it's a lovely cozy hat, but I need to experiment with more beanies. So that's everything that I bought from Amazon. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you don't mind this pretty much non-beauty video being on the beauty channel. If you want to watch the other Amazon videos, I'll link them in the description for you, because like I said, they're over on my other channel. And in that other video, oh my goodness, I have to say it was better than this one, because there was so many good things I found from Amazon last year. So many good things. You need to check that one out. So thank you so much for watching today, and I'll speak to you again soon.